have 3 sessions planned. So for this current session, it's a general discussion on use of AI in education. Followed by it, we'll have an session by Mr. Dilip Kumar Patipati. So he'll talk upon AI application in healthcare industry. And the final session will be on by Dr. A. Sheikh Abdullah. He will talk upon AI-based healthcare decision support model for coronary heart disease. So initially we planned this session with Dr. Thirumal Mandula from Applied Materials Sunnyvale, US. The initial planned topic was AI applications in semiconductor industry, but due to his busy schedule nature, he couldn't make it. We tried another speaker also, Dr. KNS Pawan Kumar from DRDO. So we got consensus, but unfortunately, as per the scheme, we are not able to add him to this session because no more new experts will be allowed as per the scheme. So we are filling in, but having said that, we filling in, but we have got a very, very important topic to discuss. Since most of us are in education, so as a faculty or research scholars are the future faculties. So it's very pertinent to discuss about how we can use this AI in education. So that is the theme. And be frank and then be open for discussions. And whenever you feel you can discuss any questions, anything, you can stop at me at any time and then it's open for discussion. Okay. So to start, so we know from these things like for the last 5 days we've been knowing about AI. So when we look at AI, so the very thing is the main uh, the goal of this AI is to mimic this human-like intelligence, right? So we want to make these machines capable of exhibiting human-like intelligence. So what do you mean by human-like intelligence? That means we want these machines to perceive, reason, act, and then learn like humans, right? So for this, the machine should be able to interpret their environment, make decisions, tackle complex challenges, learn from past data, and it has to mimic this complex behavioral patterns also. So for this, there are many technologies it uses. So we learned about machine learning, natural language processing, and computer vision. So these are some of the technologies which are used in the field of AI. Okay, so these sophisticated technologies enables computers to process and understand human language, learn from examples, and make informed predictions. So with this technology, so what is actually happening? The collective applications of all these technologies, in addition with the data analytics and automations, it is having a huge potential for transforming several businesses. So it is making businesses to be on the profitable side, more optimizing side, and whatever the good things we want to project, it is trying to enhance all the good things. Similarly, in education also, this helps a lot. But when we are trying to mimic this human intelligence and we are developing these technologies and tools, our purpose of imparting education or making students to learn is getting inhibited, right? Why? Because when we try to make students learn to do the task on their own, now the students are taking the assistance. They're taking the assistance of this chat GPT or Gemini or Claude. So whatever the tools which have been developed, so they are using these tools, and we want to test something whether they have learned or not, but they have some way of bypassing that learning, and then they do the task with this and then submitting their work and claiming they have learned those things. So now there is a big challenge for us as educators how to overcome this. What do you feel? Is this a good topic to discuss? If any points are there, please opening the session. Please feel free to discuss. What do you feel now? Now this AI, when student uses AI for his assessments, when we provide an assessment, he uses AI. Will you be allowing it or not? Anybody? You can just put something, some message in the chats. Hello. Can I get some response? Should be allowed with certain limits. Entire world is running in that direction, and it's very difficult for us to stop students to not to use it, right? So I completely agree that it should be allowed, but with certain limits, yes, right? But how to draw limits? Is there any particular criteria by which you would like to draw the limit? Can you please throw some light on that?
Yes. Good afternoon,
Yes.
sir.
Good
Uh,
afternoon.
I think since everything is moving in this direction where predictability, even humans cannot predict sometime appropriately, but uh, model of like this or ML or for that matter AI is able to predict
Mm-hmm.
appropriately given the proper criteria or the data. So,
Yeah.
however, it is significant in the research, and that is how the research is going because it can save a lot of cost as well. And similarly, when it comes to students, because the exposure is even required for them, because they are the
Yes.
future, those who are going to create and those who are going to nurture it in some way in the future. So, since the experience is required for them, since it can hasten or faster their work as well, there
Mm-hmm.
should be room for allowing them specifically to use these tools there so that they are accustomed to it. For
Okay.
example, even many may say that whatever WhatsApp, Instagram, these social media websites
It
where are
should be.
not so good, but still that is the way the world is going on, and if you have to be updated, that is where we have to be. So in similar way, I think
Mm-hmm.
in education when it comes specifically certain assignments or
Mm-hmm.
certain tools of this kind, let's suppose say for that matter, uh, I also see in the while doing research here that rather than one of the beautiful thing that has happened, I feel, in science for that matter is that facts are not very important now, or in other words,
Okay.
what how much brain knowledge you carry is not important. How willing you are is very important, and how willing you are to explore. And this is how the science should be, not some, I feel, some facts or some equations in the head. I feel that is also the reason where in IITs and all they have open book exam also, because
Yeah.
remembering equation has nothing to do, but rather deriving it or having an ability
Having it.
to cultivate it is very important. So I feel there should be students should be in some way uh, should be a part of their curriculum, maybe some certificate
Good.
course or
Good.
something where they are
Yeah. Yeah.
gets hands-on experience, and rather than just using it, they know how the machine is built, which is very more
Mm-hmm.
important. ML
Mm-hmm.
engine is built or AI model is built so that they can get best use of it. Because even for, I feel, if you put to chat gpt, we cannot put various domain questions in one thing. If that is
Okay.
the case, if we put like that, then they say that you order something and you will get pongal later, because everything a mixture of something. So one
Yep.
account should be also specified, and questions designation also should be given from our side, our profile, and then it continues on same similar. Let's suppose say
Okay.
one for the kitchen only, one for some science doubts only. If both mixing
Okay.
happens, then the answering of the tool also becomes different. So it is very important that this is one of the thing that I feel the
Okay.
students or the researchers should be aware of, that it depends upon how you train the machine also from your end to get the answers that you want. So I feel this is a very important thing, and
Yeah.
AI should be a part of a curriculum in some way, or ML or these simulation things should be taught and should be
Okay.
encouraged in some way. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Ashwin. It's nice. So I understand. Yes, we need to allow it, as you are saying, certain limits. And I like the point what you said is understanding how this system works. That is also very important. I mean, my follow-up question is that how we can understand the systems which we generated. Say, for example, ChatGPT is there, generated by us in the sense by humans. Now, how we want our students to understand ChatGPT? Do you think if it is an AI kind of thing, is there any difference between a ChatGPT and a Gemini? Gemini is also another tool which is going to
Yes,
give the
yes,
same
yes,
kind of thing. Or is
yes.
there
I
any difference
understand.
between Claude kind of thing? So is there any difference? How will you understand that?
Yes, yes. I understand your question. The
Yeah.
thing is, ChatGPT right now there is no so much ML engines that have put into these AIs. Also, as far as I see, what
Hmm.
it is doing is it is also stealing the content from other websites and giving you the answer.
Yeah.
As it is said, nothing is privacy because everything in on your screen is recorded somewhere. This is a special agent of America. I feel world was aghast when he said that even from the TV they can predict everything. What you are seeing, what is happening. We don't know
Yeah.
how, but he gave the proof. I think in the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
So ChatGPT Gemini is a little better version because
Yeah.
it takes from the Google and the Wikipedia to some extent.
Yeah.
So they,
Ashwin, what I'm saying is, I do agree whatever the points you are saying. I agree that, but
Mhm.
how to find that out? How to find that out as a user? How to find that out? Yes, this version or this AI version, this AI will do that, and this AI is going to do these things. But
no,
in fact,
okay. No, the engines
how
like
to find out that?
yeah, the engines like ChatGPT or for that matter Gemini is comparison is very difficult because both can do a lot of things. For that matter, they can both can write codes also for us if you want. We no need to learn
Yeah,
Python or something. But
that is where.
yeah, but they both can do similar kind of work. But I feel if the precise answers are required, let's suppose say the answer something like I want to purchase the shoe. I am a sportsman and my budget is this. Gemini would be the better one to go for. But if you want
Okay,
to what you want a general answer, ChatGPT is the best one because it's the quickest and general answer from everywhere is somewhere
okay,
given
okay.
to you. But
So,
if you have specific missions like only for the science, I think
mhm,
there is one for the science also for the researchers. I forgot the name. Two, three are there. I think
okay,
that is good where networking can be built among the papers, and next paper is also suggested to you. So that
okay,
particular reason we have to use a particular thing. Now, let's suppose I feel ChatGPT or this can be used for the general things only. But when it comes to the researcher, I feel particular thing should be used. I forgot the name of it. Usually, I don't use it,
mhm,
but there are
okay.
I know there are two three different kinds of, especially for the science or the research kind, where answers
Yes,
recent
several
answer are
tools are
given
there.
for you. Yeah,
Okay,
recent
yeah.
answers tools are.
So that's a good thing. So you have already used it and analyzed it. So what I am trying to tell to the wide audience is that, so it's better to understand what this uh, ChatGPT, the bots are doing it. So first we need to question it and then see what answer it gives. So the same question is given to three different versions, and then you expect some answers to come out, and then compare. So based on, I think you have used all these three versions rigorously, same questions to these things, and then you can categorize, this version is good at this version is okay at this, and this version is much better in that way, not good for this. So this kind of diagnostic questions which we need to put in to understand what these AI bots are doing. Okay, so why I'm saying, as for this educators, first we'll try to understand these bots, because students are going to use this and they're going to submit their assignments accordingly. So if we understand these kind of boards, how they will function, and even if the students understand this, that's much better. So now the direction in which the education is expected to move is, rather than avoiding or rather than restricting the students not to use AI tools, we have to make them use AI tools. At the same time, we have to make sure that they have understood the concepts which we are trying to convey through our regular class structure. And when we are using assessment, then how to integrate this AI with our current system of education is what is going to be the topic of discussions. So as a first step, like what I would like to ask each one of you is, has anyone given any one particular assignment and then found out, yes, this was directly, student have directly used AI, whether you have punished or you have rewarded that. Is there any case there? If you would like to share how you identified that, yes, this is not the output of the students' own work, it is the output of the AI bots. How you identify that, and how you want to address this the same thing to the student, and how will you reward the student, or how will you punish? Have you did anything in that? Any experience? Any of the professors? So it's quite natural, right? We give assignments and then students submit it, but somehow we see compare it and we see, yes, this is not done by the student. This is done by the AI bots. Now, how will you go about it? The next steps. Excuse me. Anybody wants to pitch in?
Mhm.
Sir, when I,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
some Jackie Hussain, sir. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
please, Mr.
Sir, this is regarding, I mean, the question that you have raised in the initially. That is, I mean, partially, I mean, to learn the domain, I mean, or to get expertise in the domain, AI should not be used. To get a problem or a
Okay.
solution for a particular in the domain, AI should be used. In that way, we have to classify the assignments also. So if the assignment is problem oriented or solution oriented
Mhm.
related things, then we need not to evaluate whether it is from the chart GPT or whatever it is. So we can evaluate whether the solution, the student is able to find a solution for the problem or the real time problem. So we have to start working on the giving real time problem to this as assignments. To get expertise in the domain, chart should, I mean, any type of AI should not be used that way. That way only they can learn the things and they can apply the basics and they can get into the, I mean, domain. They will become domain expertise. Otherwise, with the use of chart GPT, I mean, with the use of any artificial intelligence tools, the students or whoever learns anything will not become the expertise. That is my, I mean, my out. I mean, I have
No,
seen the many things.
yeah, I do. I mean, that means, I mean, you are taking the discussion a different way, where you're trying to say that yes, no usage till they learn the techniques, right? Whatever the concepts, till they learn it, you don't make them use chat, whatever the AI bots are there, but you want to allow them to use AI bots later parts. Is that what you're trying to say, sir?
Yes, later, but not only, I mean, and the assignments itself, we can identify whether it is domain learning expertise or finding solution related exercise. I mean, that exercise tells whether you have to use AI or not. If you expect student to learn domain related stuffs, then
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we should strictly avoid. I mean, we should strictly, I mean, give some ban on
Avoid.
the yeah, avoid, yeah, things.
Okay, 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 okay. Uh, okay, so you're trying. So suppose that means there should be a category of assignments such a way that you in for certain assignments you will not allow AI, and for certain assignments you prescribe, yes, you can use AI, right?
Yes, exactly. I mean,
Exactly.
even in solution related, the real time problems and other things, I mean, they have to, they can use because with the basic understanding only they can find the, they can use the
They
AI
can.
tools. So
Okay.
otherwise they cannot find the solution. They should understand the real world problem or real time problem or the assignments, and
Yeah,
they have to find a solution.
that is where our role comes into this, Jackie, sir. So that is where our role. That is where I'm trying to figure it out here, as a team, how to go about this. It's definite they have to use it if they want to have a real-time solutions. If they want to provide, they should have understanding. They should use these tools so that they can provide optimized solutions, right? But at the same time, during the learning, how we can make sure that is the challenge we are having. So if we simply stop it, it's not going to happen, because they are going to use it and they're going to come with that only. How we can identify it, how we can stop it? You can say, yes, I don't, please don't use uh, AI tools, but still students will comes and then submits it.
sir, I have a
And
solution for that.
yeah, yeah,
Sir, I was previously lecturer also
okay.
in St. Joseph College.
Oh, very good.
So
Yeah.
what I noticed is if the students are using AI, just by reading the language and the articulation, you will come to know about it. Even there are so many websites there might be there, but you
Mm,
just read their this full whatever description they give. If they use ChatGPT or if they use Quillbot for that matter, or for that matter any other thing, you will
mhm.
come to know. Similarly, even in the research, it is also true. If they use some platforms, you will come to know about the language and the structure itself.
True, true.
So
So,
what the solution
so,
would be
so,
this.
so what will you do? Will you
Yes,
reward
yes.
or will you punish?
See, I don't think so. Once a person is after maybe plus two or PUC after level, he need to be punished for anything. If you are punishing, then we will also
No,
have
I'm
the
just asking.
consequences.
I'm talking
No, no,
about the
I'm
reward.
coming to the
Yeah,
point. Yes.
yeah, yeah.
So
Mm,
what I'm telling is, if you want to give the assignments, and if you are so concerned, give them the assignments in the class itself, and see their real caliber just by giving in the class. You cannot give assignments as if completely to go to the home and do, because they have access to a lot of devices. However you restrict them, they come to know to such an extent that they no need to even write. If they give their handwriting, I think there is one app which will write for them itself.
let
So
them.
it's a
Yeah,
black kind. It's
true.
absolutely very difficult to figure it out also. And that too
Okay,
one level advanced. It is, you can't figure it out also, because it changes the language also to some extent, like human language. It becomes extremely difficult to figure out. So I feel if
okay.
we are giving
So, is there any
assignments,
exam? Excuse me. Yeah.
if you're giving assignments of particular, and I too feel that see, this is also challenge for the professors or the lecturers, because they have to increase the level of question. There are some questions still now
Level.
ChatGPT is unable to answer. So if your
Mhm.
question is really futuristic in view, I think there is no answer exist for that. So for that, the
Mhm.
creativity of the mind is required in order to get to the answer, and also certain background knowledge about it, or else it is just not possible. So it becomes extremely difficult even for these engines to generate the answer. I think at the other end, that is teaching professionals also should keep their
Mhm.
either questions raised to be increased, or in other words, the articulation and the language of the student should be compared in the assignments, and depending upon that, marks should be given, where a lot of things can be figured out easily.
Okay. So, I mean, so it becomes easy. How we can integrate this? How we can integrate the usage of AI in the current assignment? Is there any examples anybody has given it, or in your course, particular course kind of thing? Anybody has given such course, such assignments where you encourage the students to use? Okay, it's okay to use AI. You use it and then submit it. So when those kind of assignments are given, what's your goal in giving that assignment, whether it's achieved or not? Is there any case studies kind of thing anybody would like to share? Anybody given anything? So that will be great to us, because we know that for I mean, for research purpose we normally use, everyone is using it, and then trying to show us our analytical analysis of some information, we use it, right? And then we come up with this analysis and we try to submit this analysis for writing paper, our own conclusions kind of thing. So that is being used. But when we want to encourage our students to use AI, and is there any particular assignment where we have anyone has integrated the usage of AI in their own assessments?
Sir, we used to do integration with the existing experimental results, but practically speaking, certain set of results will be independent of each other, and we are not sure about whether they are can be combined with multiple set of data. So independently, if you are able to get one set of data from the each experimental results, and we ask the students to make use of any AI tools, whether it
Mm-hmm.
can be combined in one particular order, so that the students will also start to explore whether it is possible to combine it. At the same time, that the realistic results also can be checked whether the results are validated with the already existing experimental proofs. So we can allow the students to some extent to make use of various set of AI tools. At the same time, the students will also realize that the limitations of the each and every AI tools, and they will also know where and all the research gaps are existing, so they are unable to figure it out which area they are supposed to go after.
Okay. So, I mean, okay. I mean, I understood one application oriented there, but I'm asking is there any one assignment? Can you share what is the assignment given by you to the students, and
Uh,
what is your goal, and what is the response, and how you what are the rubrics you use to measure the
Okay,
performance
sir.
of the
So
students?
in our case, we ask the students to come up with alternative as well as the simplest route in order to get one product to the another one byproduct. From the intermediate product, we are supposed to find out what is the simplest way to, with the help of microbial metabolic pathway, to make a
Okay,
particular product. But the particular pathway have a so many adjacent routes. So it means the same pathway can be co-regulated with the other set of regulatory pathways, and finally it may end up with the feasible product. But this one needs lot of parameters to be cross validated whether this particular parameter is acceptable by the pathway or not. So it has to be validate each and every regulatory events. But in the case of students, they will try to find out whether they map it for the particular one product with the relevant based on the coherency given
mm-hmm.
by the AI tools. But when they are checking with the actual database whether it is providing the same result or not, they will understand, they will realize there are some missing information on that, and with the help of AI tools only they are able to come up with the novel ideas whether
Okay,
simple intermediate products can be end up with a valuable product. But students will try to figure it out on their own along with the help of
on
the
their
AI
own.
tools, so they are integrating both AI tools as well as their research knowledge in solving such problems, sir. So here
Okay,
we are
okay,
using the
yeah.
rubrics to categorize them, application of which AI tool they used, and how many number of articles they refer to cross-validate their answer,
Okay.
and then how they are able to
So
combine up with the most feasible solution.
so nice. So your assessment is which tool they use. You ask them to explain how they were, what prompts they are using it, how they are optimizing the prompts, and how the results are changed. And then which do you ask them to critically evaluate the output given by the AI bots, and then you
As
want to
well
find a
as
conclusion.
yes, sir, yes, sir. So they
So
have valid
so
proof with the
is that
AI
the way
output
you are
also.
trying to do? Oh,
Yes,
okay,
sir,
okay.
yes, sir.
That's nice. So this critical part is what I'm trying to come at it now. So whenever we are allowing students to use these AI bots kind of thing, it's very important to critically analyze what these bots are giving it. So this critical analytical skills is what which as an education perspective is very important for the students to acquire. Okay, so this critical value is very important. Is there any thoughts on that? Ashwin is raising is saying you used it for assignments. Can you explain more in detail, Ashwin? Because I think we have many participants. They will love to listen to your assignments. What is the assignment? What students give and how you evaluate. So this is
No,
very important, very relevant for
I
all of
I
us.
raised it for the previous section basically,
Oh,
not
okay. It's not
I
for
didn't
this.
just off it. But
Okay.
uh, thing is, when it comes to assignments, mm, only the thing that can be included is modernity of something. Let's suppose say uh, at least the conclusion based upon the things, or conclusion in a certain way only can be put, or else it become difficult. Or in other words, what can be there is clubbing two domains.
Mm-hmm.
Let's suppose say the this way that mathematicians. So clubbing foreign mathematicians also, clubbing Indian mathematicians also, and
Mm-hmm.
concluding about certain particular area. Maybe it
Okay.
is a complex number or something. So if that is the case, then it becomes little challenging for the machine also. And conclusion from the perspective of the writer, basically,
Mm-hmm.
not from the. It can be noticed if somebody directly copy paste. It's easy to
Okay.
find out because the language, there will be no mistakes in English language at all. I don't say even mistakes. There will be
Okay.
100% perfection, which is not possible from many people. So this 100% perfection is difficult.
Hello.
I think if you
Yeah.
copy paste and directly go to Quillbot, you will come to know a lot of things, or Grammarly for that matter. If the language is
Okay.
100% accurate, something has been done, or
Something.
else it's not possible,
Okay. Yeah.
because articulation of everybody is different. That is why even I say, even among the researchers, even if similarity index is 15%, still it is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Or even if it is 5%, it is okay, because maybe the thing is same, doing maybe the field is there from 50 100 years, Even if it is there, the
Mm-hmm.
articulation of the individual is different. So he can
Mm-hmm.
bring it below the necessary set mark or percentage.
Okay. Good. Thanks, Ashwin. Any other participants? Please participate in this discussion. This is very relevant for us, and I'm eager to get more data from our participants, more case studies, kind of thing. Hello, anybody is there? Jennifer, Lindsay, I think. Are you? Is it from your end? Hello. Yeah. Okay. So okay, and we're not having that many participants actually sharing. Is there? Jay, are you there? Jay?
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Yeah, yeah. You want to share something, sir? Do you have anything like in your assignments? Have you encouraged students to use AI? Are you discouraged? How was it?
Yeah. Most of the utilization of AI and other analysis tool in chemical engineering, we often instruct students from the first principles. Like you start from you start from ODE or PDE.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly algebraic equation end up with. Then you go for AI. So this was my first instruction whenever I start optimization problems. So I feel this FTP also gives a very uh, fundamental thought that where you can encourage students from first go with first principles, then you go to the other regression models and explore it to the AI. So that's what my inputs are. Thank you.
So, I mean, how will you evaluate? For example, you ask them to encourage AI, and all of them do they uh, 60 in a class? Do the 60 in a class submit the unique reports, or how the reports are, or is there any similarity kind of thing in spite of using AI? I'm asking.
No, that is not an obvious question. So, if I give AI to 60 students may not be performing this.
Okay.
I can expect maybe 10%. So,
Okay.
why? Because they might get the answer within the regression analysis stuff.
Okay.
The as we teach undergraduates and postgraduates, and we're more concentrate on the the first principle. So I believe validating validating any solutions which are AI generated, which is primitive. Yeah, it is true. And at the student level, I think we don't want to discourage them that we need to validate it and then we have to accept that is a solution. First we have to teach them whether it is a solution or not. Then we can go like it's a validation part and whether it's reproducible or repeatable. I think I can stop there, I believe.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jacob. Yeah. So because I mean my purpose of sticking to assignment itself, because now I know the remaining participants here, they'll be thinking like you might be thinking how to integrate it. Whenever you thought about integrating this AI in our assignment part, when you want to encourage them, uh, the way we want to give the assignments itself is becoming difficult. And I want each and every one of participants to think in that angle, because the outcome of this is because surely the world is heading towards implementing this AI. Okay, it is going to be the future. It is now. It is not in the future, it is already here. So it's we have to adopt to this. So we have to say it's the responsibilities with lying upon us as a responsible educators, right? We need to train the students, gaining the concept at the same time. They have to make them ready for this future also. So that is where the discussion is going on, and unfortunately, each one of us we have a system to accept it, right? So we all agree that students can learn on their own, but still we ask them to come to the class, and faculty has to be corrected. Whether coming to the class, attendance, all these requirements are questionable only, right? With respect to learning. But now learning is going beyond the classrooms. That everybody agrees that. But still, as a faculty, we are all under one system, and each one has their own patterns. Like for example, in our Indian education system, we graduate them based upon one examination, and examination is a constant factor, right? It's very difficult to bypass this examination system in our education, Indian education system I'm talking about. So the way we do these assignments, the way we do the assessments, so everything has to go through this system. So the discussion why we started this is because this is very rigid. Do we have scope, or how to introduce the scope in our current system? So that is where this whole discussion I'm having it today. So I hope like many of you guys are thinking in that line. So we have seen a couple of responses. More specifically, I think someone, yeah, I Lindsay, is that something from there? Just one sec. Everything is there. Yeah, now it's muted. Okay. So we have to integrate this and then find a way to it. So first is the assignment, and then um, I mean, if we have to introduce a course, now we discussed about an assignment. If we have to introduce a course where we would like to encourage students to utilize AI very, very widely in a course level, I'm talking about, not with respect to one particular assignment. I know there are people from varied disciplines. Can any one of you think about it? In which course you can blend AI, and how will you be blending it, and how will be your assessment kind of thing? I'll
I
give
think
5 minutes to think of.
model
Yeah, yeah,
building by networking could be one of the one, because one thing is very basic. That's how the thing works.
yeah,
So
yeah.
through
Ashwin,
networks,
Ashwin, any one. So you are talking about a subject. Which subject you're talking about?
no,
Like tell
because
the
you mentioned
stream
you
sub. Yeah.
because you mentioned people are there from the different disciplines. So what I'm talking
Uh,
is not about particular subject. I'm talking about
Okay.
what could be
Okay.
the
Okay.
way, what could be the coursework or in that regard. So it could be
Okay.
something like a computational modeling where students learn networking. So they understand because of these networks we are getting the answers, not simply for some reasons.
Okay.
So which makes them to understand the basics and how the AI or ML and model works, how the simulation or computation work. So this could be one where they learn modeling, how to build the connections. Simulation
Okay.
modeling could be one of the way where they learn about networking, and they also do the network as a part of their assignments or something by which they predict some answers and determine the accuracy and justification.
So you're talking about courses related to modeling, simulation, and optimization. To put it in a simple, is that the subjects
Yes,
you're trying to talk about? So
yes, yes,
modeling, simulation, and optimization kind of thing. If there's any courses there you'd
yes,
like to add it. Yeah. Okay.
yes.
Yeah. So then comes. So once we identified the subject, how do you want to incorporate in this one? Take any one subjects kind of thing. It may be your subject. Uh, I'm just making everyone think. I hope if
Yes,
everyone
yes.
thinks and shares, it will be very, very better. So,
Uh, yeah,
yeah,
that is doable. Let's suppose say you put many reaction mechanisms to machine by networking and other things giving the intermediates also, and giving uh, the reagents that are required in order to give the probable result. You need not to give everything, maybe about a particular kind of thing you have to give. Let's suppose say if our interest is only single chain, we can give single chain of band. If it's something related to benzene or higher compounds like toluene, so we can only give aromatic compounds like that. Depending upon that, we design or we find out some problem, and we try what could be the best reagent and what could be the mechanism in order to get this answer. Uh, I don't know anybody has done it
No,
or
no.
not, but
Yeah, yeah. It's interesting
this
because,
could be
like,
the one of the
yeah,
way when it comes to my subject
yeah, okay.
specifically. So when
Uh,
it comes to physical chemistry, it becomes more accurate and very good. That
mhm,
let's suppose say crystals, or for that matter, if you have some plant extract systems by which you do certain kind of things. Let's suppose say you are doing biofuels
mhm.
by using plant extract. I mean to say you are using a material as a catalyst or the starting material. Both are doable. And
Okay.
you predict, you give the new species now, new species of plant. Let's suppose say this is not possible probably, but mango tree. And you think and you give this because previously the information about other trees and plants are feeded already. And their predictability of giving biofuels already is decided under certain conditions and parameters. Now you give this and you
Okay.
try whether the biofuel will come, what percentage it will come, if it comes. So will it be a better option, or will it not be a better option to use it, and provide justification so that somebody can do experimentally, whoever can.
Okay. Any other thoughts? Nice. Thanks, Ashin. Any other thoughts? Mr. Nagavignesh, yeah, you were talking about related to pathways and optimization. Have you ever thought about introducing as a course kind of thing rather than as a part of an assignment? How to incorporate this AI in a course?
So for basically for engineering students, we can say making use of AI is probably one of the virtue they are supposed to possess for the future needs. So in order
Yes.
to improvise and identify where and all this potentially can be improvised, we can say we can ask the students to create a new kind of image which are able to interpreted by its performance. So which means performance of the AI can be liberated validated with the kind of model results. So we can verify like whether this particular work and along with the performance of the AI, whether both are matching or not. Something like a parameters which we use to validate performance.
I mean, yeah, it's good. It looks like a good assignment kind of integration. I do agree what you're trying to say. It looks like a good assignment integration. Now we are raised a little bit one level above. How about introducing as a course? Any particular course is there, and you would like to integrate AI with that course? So for the entire course, the
Image,
student will be using AI kind of thing for the entire course.
yes, sir. Image validation, where and all possibly for each particular department, there will be images which needs to be validated with the help of AI tools. So development of AI-based course and its interpretation using AI tools will be a good choice of course for every branch of students, sir.
Okay. 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 Nice. Any other thoughts? I'm looking forward like more thoughts on this. More inputs. Anybody, please?
Um, sir, can I add a subject? Numerical methods can be a right one. So
Yeah.
if we
Yeah.
start.
Yeah, you can say, sir, with any examples. Now you can explain how currently it is being implemented, how current assessments are. If you want to incorporate or AI into that one, how it will be done. It's just a discussion only. So you are free to, even if you're thinking just now, it's fine. Because at least we are starting thinking the moment we started thinking, right? So I'm sure that after a couple of days, because the management from different institutes is going to ask, because the UGC is mandating to incorporate AI and ML concepts for all the disciplines. They're going to ask. They're going to ask me in which subjects you are incorporated, where are the topics. So the question is going to come again and again. So in that angle, so whatever the thought process we are having today, this discussion will may help in any one of our faculty members in incorporating AI in their subjects. So that is why this discussion is opened up now. You can talk, sir. So how numerical methods subjects now, how it's being offered now, and how you want this to be offered after blending with AI. I'm talking about both
Yes.
assessment patterns and everything.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So this numerical methods right now is we using different methods based upon the type of governing equation, or based upon the whether it is differential equation, or it's ordinary, or it's a partial, or algebraic. So whatever the case, so whether it is linear or non-linear, we
Mm-hmm.
do have very traditional numerical methods are available.
Okay.
But we stick to ourselves to the undergraduate level and postgraduate level to use of this conventional or traditional method. And
Okay.
we do give assignments based upon these numerical methods widely. I can say in my chemical engineering, so I can say to use tools like MATLAB and other programs, especially MATLAB.
Okay.
And the AI is there, is maybe the next step, maybe if I look beyond. But the question you raised just now, that how you are going to assess it, how you are going to
So,
evaluate, yeah, it's take pretty long time. But I
mm-hmm.
think at this moment, how to adapt our traditional numerical methods
Mm-hmm.
to the AI, the how to, I can say precisely say, the impact of AI in numerical methods. So maybe that may
Okay.
be the right one to look for, and
Mm-hmm.
so that we can add in our education, higher educations.
Okay.
Yeah, that's on my point. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Any other inputs? Any other things? So far we're having discussion from Ashwin sir, Nagagnesh sir, and Jay Ganesh sir. Any any other inputs? Please unmute yourself and then speak. That's very important, right? Because yesterday also we had Dr. Ambi Ganeshan talking about how IBM is transforming businesses and using AI, and it looks what to say. It's not even it's the increase is exponential is a mere understatement. That's what I would like to say. So it is more than exponential kind of thing. The growth is going to be like that, and then we need to train our students, and we need to be aware that students are utilizing it and utilizing it properly. So that is why this discussion again I'm stressing. So any other inputs? I don't want to point names, but if there is anybody else interested to contribute, please, we'd like to hear more viewpoints here. So nobody's right, nobody's wrong here. Okay. So so
Sir,
far, so now, yeah. Anybody?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
Sir, various industries, especially the pharma industries, are looking for a AI-based transformation in terms
Yeah.
of finding simpler molecules because they want to know uh, existing process, manufacturing process could be simplified. So in the case of pharma industry, they are now moving on to biosimilar molecule, which obviously need a huge amount of tremendous potential in terms of computational facility and identifying next level of molecule. Instead of pharma, they are move on to a specific kind of therapeutic approaches. So here in this case, like I mean, in the next generation, many people will be focused towards development of screening strategies,
Yes.
especially finding out the performance of the uh, uh, molecules in terms of various parameters and there are other relevant activities which are derived from previously existing knowledge, so that
Mm-hmm.
you can able to generate more number of lead molecules and we can able to filter out which is highest potential on that. So here as you requested, there are a lot of courses which is, I mean, which needs to be generated in aligned to that, such as
Okay.
computational method of generating synthetic molecules and validating the performance of the synthetic molecules. Such type of skills definitely needed for the pharma industry people, as well
Mm-hmm.
as uh, in terms of AI also they are looking into, because since a lot of knowledge, those people who are having computational knowledge, they may not have ability to convert it as a phytochemical or synthetic organic molecule. So people will prefer how to synthesize such type of organic molecules and with the simplest route, something like a chemical conversion process. So here people are depending on developing such type of skills from the next generation of people. So here they are expecting AI based tools in support of that, so that they will find out which is the simplest way of modifications can able to be root caused and do the corresponding position level changes, so that we can able to generate a highly active potential molecules which could be alternative to existing drugs. So here
Yeah.
this such type of courses can be introduced in the upcoming field, so that people will develop their ability to synthesize new molecules instead of
Yes.
extracting it from the natural resources or from something uh, from the animals, so that it could be used as a reservoir.
So, yeah, nice, sir. Nice, nice. What you said is nice. This is now so like slowly we are moving from assignment level to a course level. Now what you're
Yes, sir.
talking about is introducing all set of courses. So that means you are talking about a program, particular program where AI is majorly used.
Yes,
So it's very interesting how this discussion is evolving. Uh, I hope the audience, I mean, will appreciate like this kind of discussions. But I'll be more happy if many pitch in and then have this kind of discussions. Now, Vignesh sir, I completely agree with whatever you said, sir.
thank you, sir.
Yeah. Um, that's very nice. So I mean, I Rajesh, sir, are you there? Okay. I don't think so. No. Okay. Mohammed, yeah. Ma'am, you would like to tell Mohammed identify that. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So, so then, I mean, just we have around, still we have 30 more minutes, but now comes to the other aspects like how each faculty, how you are using AI for your delivery purpose. Is there anybody who would like to share how you are using AI tools for your content delivery purpose? Like it may be like the common thing is like generating PPTs, right? So people know, I think most of them are using whatever the content text they have, they use AI tools to convert into PPT and then make presentations. So like that, is there anyone would like to share something new, something which you use for your um, which you found very useful, and so let us keep it like that, because I found this converting content into PPT using AI tools is much beneficial for me. So like that,
Yes.
if you can, we can talk about certain tools where we all can share the knowledge and we can try it out. Would you like to
Yeah,
share anything? Yeah.
recently I did this.
Yeah, Ashwin. Yeah.
That is generating PPTs, which is
Okay.
really faster and easier rather than spending a time and sitting and
Yes,
doing
yes.
PPT, searching the logos, everything.
Okay.
Thing is, if you just give the topic, also it itself gives a side heading and does the thing for you as well. But if you have specific contents,
Mm-hmm.
then we have to put in. But
Mm.
one problem or that I have in mind is, or one thing that should be paid enough attention on is whether that data will be easily available for somebody, because
Whatever you're
privacy,
putting it. Okay.
yeah,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
privacy is a matter. Let's suppose say you belong to some institution. Let's suppose
Mm-hmm.
say some doctors are here, real. I mean to say surgeons. They
Okay.
have data of specific clients, pictures, which they are
Yeah.
not supposed to reveal outside the institute. But they can show it, but it should not be recorded and used in somewhere. It should not come tomorrow morning in the social media or something. Let's
Okay.
suppose say if you are using it in a PPT as an example to demonstrate, which I saw in two
Mm-hmm.
PPTs in my institute, but they always said don't record it. But let's suppose
Okay.
say if that PPT is accessible to somebody else just like that, then it becomes
Mm-hmm.
difficult, and the person is a guilty whoever does it. So that
Okay.
becomes problem. The security of your data or security of your information becomes challenging. Security is not required, but for some, because knowledge should be shared, but I say some confidential institute regulations,
Institutions. Yeah.
if you are violating,
Mm-hmm.
that becomes troublesome also. Uh,
Okay.
this I came to know because of my brother. So
That's a
I
good.
forgot about
That's a
the
valid
this.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about this specific PPT conversion thing, but you can identify that
Mm-hmm.
also. The PPT has done in specific this one only, specific
Oh, okay.
engine only, because the way it flows and the clarity it has. But the better option is you
Okay.
do it there and select the only parts that you want, because some pictures are really amazing what it gives, can simplify a lot of information, explanation as
Mm-hmm.
such.
Okay. That's good. Yeah. Any other tools? Any other tools anybody wants to share that is found very, very useful in content delivery or in our teaching methodology kind of thing? The way you want to make presentation, is there any other tools which you are using, AI tools, which you'd like to share here? So because it will be beneficial for every one of us. Anyone? Yeah. Any person? Okay. 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 So in that case, I think we had a very, very nice discussion. So thanks for your participation. Yeah. Thanks, Ashwin. Specifically, thanks, Ashwin. Thanks, Naga Vignesh. Thanks, Jay Ganesh. Thanks, Jackie, sir. Yeah. Everybody contributed immensely for this discussion. And I mean, I want each one of the participants to think in that angle, like a layered approach of blending AI in education. So first in how we can do it in assignments, and later on in a course, and then later on as a curriculum itself. So, and then how we can use for our teaching content delivery kind of thing. So thanks for participating in all the discussion. We'll stop here. Okay. So the next session we have is around 3:30. Yeah, so it's around 3:30. Okay. So if any questions are there, we can again discuss. Otherwise, we stop here, and we can join the session by Mr. Dilip Kumar Patipati. So he's going to talk upon AI applications in healthcare industry. Okay. Um, that's it. Thank you. Thank you all. Join back by 3:30.